Hello, Gerard Byrne, Volunteering North Queensland. Our session today is how not to get a grant. There are many things you can do that in fact won't help you with your grant application. Simple mistakes, too often, in my experience, can disadvantage applications. Don't apply for funding without first having organised partnerships. These days, funding bodies are looking for submissions that demonstrate maximum benefit to the community. How you can show this is by partnering with a couple of other organisations to achieve the outcomes you seek. Don't develop your project in isolation. It's been my experience that I've had similar projects come from the one town or the one community, and therefore it's very confusing to funding bodies which project to fund. We often will send it back to the respective bodies and ask them to collaborate on one submission. Don't send the same generic proposal to a number of funding bodies. There's nothing worse than getting, as a funder, a submission that clearly has done the rounds. What you need to do is tailor every submission specifically to the criteria mentioned in the guidelines. Don't use emotive language. Try to deal with the facts. Ensure that whatever information you provide is accurate as possible and as current as possible. Particularly look at making it current. Look for either this year or recent years data. Don't quote data that's several years old. Don't leave any questions blank. One thing that stands out in a submission is people often put all their energy in the front of the submission and all the first dozen questions are filled in, but then when they get to the end, they've run out of interest or energy or time and they've got blank questions. It's a requirement that you fill all questions in.